Hello, hello, hello. Here we are again, I believe. I think we're here again. Feels like it. Oh, I had a little nap earlier. I don't know, I felt a bit tired and I got a bit of a headache. Oh, a little lay on the bed. I think it was the heat. It's been quite warm in the UK today. I think it's got to me. Mad dogs and Englishmen, etc. Go out in the midday sun. Wow, there's two people talking. It's Cyrus and Renee. I have a little chit chat. 5 people watching. No likes. Come on. Everybody loves me. Hit the like button. Slam the like. But I've got to do the YouTube shit. YouTube shit. Oh no, I've said shit. That means demonetization or limited ads or whatever it is. Oh, really? Really? Is that what we're doing? Evening, yeah, says Renee. Well, it's nearly tomorrow, isn't it? It's only 59 minutes away from tomorrow. Who'd have thunk it, eh? Who'd have thunk it? Do 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 do. 7 people in, 1 like. 9 people in, 1. That means 8 people hate me. Pegasus in. How's the groove? Oh man, You know, is that really you, Pegasus? I don't think it is, man. I don't think that's really you. Oh dear. Why'd you do this, Pegasus? Come on. We know you're banned. We know you're blocked, man. That's not really you. Why do they do this? Why? Why do they do this? This is so daft. They do it because they need the attention, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, if anyone out there who's keep doing the fake accounts. It's engagement, I suppose. Doesn't bother me. It keeps you occupied, I guess. I guess you've got to have a hobby. Oh dear. Should we just stop now? So, well, I must have scared Cyrus and Renee away, for they have gone very quiet. They have gone very quiet indeed. So, right, okay. Is this it then? Exactly. It's not you. It's not you, Beg. It's not, man. It's not you. No, man. No, you're fake. You're fake. It's too late, man. He doesn't even know who he is anymore. Who cares? Who cares? Anyway, what are we doing? What are we doing tonight? Are we all just sitting here debating on whether or not Pegasus is really Pegasus? Is that the level of discourse? Or have we got anything else we're going to talk about? Because I can stop. I can stop. We can go. 16 people and only 4 likes. Come on, guys. 12 people out there don't like me. Come on. Come on, I need your love. I only do this for your love, man, because it ain't the money, is it? You don't give me your money. So it has to be your love. I've always shaved my hair off. What? You've only just noticed? Jesus Christ, man. Oh my God, people didn't realise. It's just a bit closer than usual, because I got sick of looking at the grey bits. It's bad enough in the beard. So it's just a bit closer. It's sunny, it's warm. So don't get too alarmed. I do believe that is the sound of a beverage. Beverage time. Watch out. Oh, you're all right. You're all right. Your arms are long enough. Thank you. Beverage time. How's the health? I'm still diabetic. Oh, you want any stories of my health? Oh. Well, I take my diabetes seriously, even though it's only type 2. It's not the real serious full fat diabetes. But I take my health seriously, and I do blood tests. And I thought, well, I'll get some blood test strips in because I run out. So I ordered them, and they didn't come. This was over a fortnight ago now. So get in touch with surgery, and they go, oh yeah, you've got to wait for the doctor to sign it off. And then I check up on them again at the end of last week on Friday, and they go, well, actually, you need to come in for a checkup with the diabetic nurse, so the doctor won't sign off on your testing strips. And I'm like, what the fuck? Well, one, if I needed to be seen by a diabetic nurse, why didn't you tell me instead of withholding my testing strips? I had to buy my own testing strips, and they're like 15 quid a pot, with delivery. So do please donate, please, because the NHS is supposed to pick this up, except for when I, need to do this, and it's like, come on, I'm taking it seriously. Why don't you guys take it seriously? So I feel a bit aggrieved, and I'm supposed to book an appointment with the said diabetic nurse, but I don't really want to, because fuck them, they should just tell me. The great thing about the dentist, because I'm paying, I'm private with the dentist, they actually civil, they text you, and they keep you informed of things. You get the feeling that they love you because they're taking your money. NHS, couldn't find their arse with both hands. But apart from that, keep my eye on it. The metformin makes me feel weird sometimes. Though I think because they've noticed it in my bloods, the build up in potassium, and that's one of the side effects. Because metformin can damage your kidneys. Great. Because it build up of potassium or something like that. So some days I feel crap, so I don't take a tablet, and then I feel a bit better, and then I go back on 2 tablets again. So I kind of stagger it a bit, and that's my health. But I'm still here. I feel a lot better, Well, I don't feel brilliant. Still have aches and pain. My little Pinky doesn't want to do anything. I feel sorry for me. Pity me, dear viewer. Pity me as I fall apart. But yeah, metformin is really good if you want to lose weight, I tell you that. Because I was on 3 tablets and I was down to like 12.5 stone. But I've put half a stone back on again because I went up to 2 tablets, because I think being on 3 tablets made me feel very, very sick. And I haven't even seen a doctor yet. I've only ever had one telephone consultancy over the phone. Isn't that good? And 2 appointments with the foot nurse. So this technically will be my first proper appointment with the diabetic nurse since being diagnosed this time last year, about a year ago. Anyway, should have asked, should you? Rene says, sorry, damn straight. Manky Boot says, I don't know if I'm myself, but that's nothing recent. Well, exactly. Who's who? Vaughan is in this evening. Cyrus, he's talking to Cyrus. Cyrus has got to say. Cyrus says, have you been given an estimate of how much longer you have until you're no longer diabetic if you keep it up? Well, I'm on these drugs for the rest of my life, according to the NHS website. So, I mean, in an ideal world, I'll lose even more weight, but I don't think it's happening because, well, I mean, I don't eat a great deal as it is. I don't even have breakfast anymore now because I've quit. I'm just because it puts my blood sugars up too high. Unless I'm on porridge, I don't mind porridge, but porridge isn't a summer breakfast. So I've not even been having breakfasts. So I have my lunch, which can be a sandwich. Ooh, a sandwich. Then have my dinner. I might have a couple of biscuits with my cup of tea, but even that now, I limit that. And that's just about it. There are times when there are gaps between my eating of over 12 hours. It doesn't bother me, because, my relationship with food is of such now that I look at it with great suspicion. My life is full of salad, no more potatoes. Yeah. Funny thing was, I'm actually gone off potatoes. Isn't that weird? Before all this, I was like, I was just kind of gone off potatoes, and now it's like, I don't care. I don't like potatoes anymore. So It's good. And pasta, that's the real kicker. 'Cause I do like a bit of pasta now and then. But again, I can have it, but in small amounts and not too much of it, you know. I can't have like days and days of pasta because I will just put my blood sugars up too high. But I hit my targets all the time, you know. I'm in the like I took them before. So what I do is I tend to take them like 2 hours after I eat, and tonight I took them and they were 5.6, which is in the normal range. So, and I hit that a lot, 5.4, 5.6. So technically, they might be able to reduce my metformin to 1. I don't know. I've got to have blood tests again. I haven't had a blood test in about 6 months, so who knows? I don't know. I'd have to ask the diabetic nurse about that. But you know, I'm doing everything they ask me, so I have a very sugar-free diet. Again, that's not a problem because I'm not a sweet tooth person as it was. So, and I don't have any sugar in my tea anymore or coffee. So that's that. And if I have any alcohol, it's a rum in a diet Pepsi. God, Jesus Christ, that's what's happened, eh? No, I'm diabetic type 2. Like I said, I couldn't even do that properly. Vorna says, glad that you've talked about Glastonbury because I found that the Jesus and Mary chain were on the bill. Why? Because they're happy when it rains. Well, it's supposed to be hot this weekend. Is it this weekend? I don't even know. I think Isle of Wight's this weekend. Formula says pity. Exactly, pity me. Garrett's in. He says hi. He says, hope you and the family have had a good day. Well, kids are at school and I'm just idling around like I did. I applied the other week for a job at my kid's old school for teaching assistant, specialism in autistic children. I thought, oh, they know me. They know my history. They know that I know all about, you know, health, you know, education, health plans and everything, EHCPs and safeguarding. I know all about that because I've lived it. Lived experience. I've lived it. I thought, oh, I'll at least get an interview. Well, the interviews were last week, on Thursday, I think it was. Didn't even get a rejection. Sons of bitches. So, yeah. A bit depressing, really. My experience accounts for nothing. My degree accounts for nothing. My life accounts for nothing. And that's why I'm here with you. Because when you got nothing, you do stupid shit like this. Where are we? Martin also says, saw you post that video on the PCO Royal Albert Hall performance earlier. Did I post it? It shouldn't have gone live. I just uploaded it. I shouldn't have made it, guys. Did it go live? No, I've only uploaded it. I haven't made it public yet. Because what I've done is I took the DVD. I extracted the DVD, and what you get is you get the performance, but you also get interviews with Arthur Jeffs. And what I've done is I've edited both together seamlessly and uploaded it. Of course, it's got a copyright claim, but now they don't seem to mind. You don't get the strikes anymore. You just get the claims. So I'm going to give it a day. I might do it tomorrow because, you know, let everyone ignore the review, you know, because no one cares. And then I'll make the video go live, the actual performance video, because, like I said, I'm past caring now. I don't care anymore. So there we go. Monk says, oh, I don't think that's me. Well, yeah, well, that's it, Garrett. Who's anyone, you know? What they do is then they come on and then there's two of them and then one says to the other, that's not me, in the hope that I'll ban the original one and confuse, you know. It's a sly strategy, you know. This is why I'm just going to let it play out, because there's no point, because they're just here to confuse me and confuse everyone else. So if we just play along, if we just do I'm Spartacus, you know, I'm Spartacus, you got me, then they'll get fed up and it will just be, the comments will just be a load of gibberish, and it won't matter. Right? It won't matter. So, like I said, I will answer your questions, whether you're real or fake, the best I can. And of course, the fakey fakes like to post stuff. They're a little bit inflammatory because I think they're going to bait me or get me to say something controversial, you know. But they're not, you know, because I think they're smart, and they're not. They're incredibly stupid. Now, I always think I've got no life. I've got no life, but then these people turn up, you know. And they'll say things like, "Oh, you know, you really, you might want to get out, get away from the computer a bit more, leave YouTube, maybe go out a bit more." Again, I have no idea of my life. I get out plenty, thanks. And says, "Do you exercise?" No, I don't exercise. I walk a lot. And I don't ride. I'm not going to ride a bike because only arseholes ride bikes, all right. But no, I have a dog and we walk, and I do. Well, I don't do as much walking as I used to when I used to walk the kids to school and back. But I'm still active. I'm still relatively active for my age, but not as active. And it's made no difference to my weight or anything. In fact, I was heavier when I was walking because it was all bloody muscle. You know, it said so on the scales. So. But no, I don't. I actively don't exercise because exercise is for arseholes. Because why would I want to do that? Who would want to spend their time exercising? Who'd want to do that? That's just for idiots, isn't it? And says maybe you need to get away from. Here we go. Get away from the computer, YouTube for a bit, and get some good old fresh air for a few weeks. For a few weeks? Well, where am I going to go? Where am I going to go? For a few weeks to get some fresh air. Again, see, not really thought it through. Munson, who is this imposter? Who knows? First time I've had the problem. No, it isn't. No, it isn't, Munton. You've had it before. Remember? You're obviously forgetting. You've obviously gone a bit senile. This isn't the first time it's happened. It's happened before. See, they try and confuse everyone. See, it's just nonsense. Manky Poot says, the only way to lose weight for me is to working while standing. Exercise does not compensate for sitting on your bum. Well, like I said, I take the dog out and I'm active. Me and the missus walk. I don't look. Why is everyone telling me to exercise all of a sudden? I do enough. Thank you. I've done it. I did even more in the past before I was even diagnosed as diabetic, and it got me fucking nowhere. So, you know, and the dog's getting old. She can only walk so far now, you know, so I'm not going to make the dog walk even further because I'll end up wearing the dog out. And you don't need to know what I do outside of this. You know, I do lots of interesting things. I do lots of interesting things that you don't know about. I'm just here on a Tuesday night, you see. But what, you want me to stop doing this? Go on, tell me to quit. Tell me it'd be good for my mental health. Go on, tell me all that. I've heard it all before, because I know you're not really concerned about me. You're just that troll who somehow wants me to stop doing what I'm doing. And it's not going to work, man. Because how many fakey fakes have we got on tonight? Do you want me to block you? Do you want me to do a block? Is that what we've got to do? There's only 26 people in, so I could do with the extra bums on seats. Munton says, oh, it was fun. Oh, dear. Yeah, all right. Just shut up. Fasano says, consider shave made a couple of weeks back for the summer heat, but chickened out. You chickened out? Oh, come on, don't chicken out. I got a new Remington RX5 because they ran out of stock for a while, and it's like a proper head shaver thing because it's closer. Because he was doing it with a like a standard one, but I thought, oh, let's go nice and close. And so that's what I'm doing. I had a bit of dandruff as well, which is irritating me. So once I go this close, it tends to dry up and heal up. So, you know, it's not the first time I've done this. It's just this is the first time you've seen me like this, you know. So for you, it's a big shock. For me, it's just like, it's just me, you know. I did this more before YouTube, before the kids even the kids are not used to it being this close. I used to shave my head quite close. Oh God. 2000 and whenever it was. First time I did it was like 2002. It was Queen's Jubilee, and you know, I kind of did it. I thought, oh no, it's Jubilee again. Let's do it again. It's like that because, you know, people like to tell me that I'm bald, like I haven't noticed. You get that? Get that in the comments. Get it on Facebook, because I love winding people up on Facebook, because, you know, keeps me occupied. You know, keeps me occupado. And they go, "You're bald," and I go, "Nobody warned me. Oh my god! Shock, horror! Like it's going to upset me." Oh dear! I've had, crikey, 20 years of it. 20 years now. 20 years of being bald. Fuck. My dad went bald at 21, and he never shaved his head like I did. He always kept the old wide parting look, which I just, you know, it's all right if you like that kind of thing. But like I said, the grey was showing through, and it bugs me a bit. But yeah. Oh yeah, on Facebook, somebody called me a YouTube wannabe. God bloody hell, that's a bit harsh, isn't it? YouTube wannabe. I don't understand that, because I've been doing this for a long time. You know, if you count down all the views, it's over 11 million views, you know, I've had in total. Over 11 million views. Does that sound like a wannabe to you? I don't think so. Working at the coalface, I am. One view at a time. Chipping away. Martin says, "Do you see the mistake you're making?" Are you talking to me? I'm talking to you. That's the mistake, man. Sorry says, "Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I wish I didn't have to have a sweet tooth, so I wouldn't have as much unhealthy food as I have in the past. Thankfully, I got better. Saving junk food for only 3 or 4 days a week means anything." Well, again, you're in America, where every corner is food is a real cultural thing in the US. And this is what I like about the US, because you don't have to cook. If I lived in America, I wouldn't cook, because there's loads of eateries and places, and it's relatively cheap compared to over here. If we go out to eat, it's fucking expensive. Whereas in America, you can go out and eat relatively well, you know, cheaply, if you look around, and, you know, you look at the little homespun places and that. So I can understand why America's got a weight problem, because you guys love your food, you know, and you're good at it, you know, you're good at the food places, so it must be very hard for you. It's part of the old culture, you know. Oh, there's 2 Garretts in the Garretts. There's 2 Garretts, is there? Oh dear. I wonder which one's which. John Smith says, "Proper mental." It is. Mental, chicken oriental, they say. Corby says, "I've got no life. It's 3 PM and I'm streaming this. I win." Yeah, but you could be, I don't know, sitting in your garden, in your Speedos, in the sun, you know, with a nice cool drink, you know. And that's the epitome of a great life, isn't it? You know, just chilling, taking it easy, and watching me. I mean, what more could you want? I think you've actually won at life. Who's the bigger idiot, me or you? I don't know. I've just got the sugarless coffee, instant coffee at that. You know, I think I'm losing. This one. I think you're winning. Garrett says, "Thoughts on the aquarium?" Well, I had a couple of fish tanks. I had a really big fish tank once. It was so big, it used to take me a day to clean it. I was probably doing it all wrong, and it was great. I had loads of fish in it. Loved it. And then I had a smaller fish tank, hexagonal one later on. Broke my heart there, because when we moved, I had to get a smaller tank. And I tried to move some of the fish. Some of the fish survived, but my 2 prized angelfish just died. And I'd spent time acclimatising them and getting the water ready and that, and they just went and died in front of me. I watched them. They were trying so hard, and I cried for a fish. I cried for a fish, because my 2 prized angelfish, which were as big as my hand, seriously, they were that big, and they used to lay eggs in the big tank. They used to lay eggs, and we had fry and everything, but, you know, I used to get eaten by the other fish, and it was very hard to keep them. But I loved having a fish tank. and if I had the space, I'd have another one. You know, because I like that kind of stuff. It's very relaxing. Good for them. Good for the mind. Good for the mental health. And now the kids are a bit bigger. You know, it's yeah, get them involved. But yeah, I love aquariums. Aquariums are great. When the car crashed into the shop, you could actually see my fish tank from the road, and that's how I killed the rest of my fish off, because I had to leave my tank there unplugged, no electricity, couldn't get to it, wasn't allowed in the building, and the fish all died in the tank, and that broke my heart. So there was casualties in that accident. Yeah, my remaining fish that we took all the way to Norfolk. Yeah, that was amazing. I took fish all the way to Norfolk in a bucket. I sealed the bucket up and they lived. Because I'm crazy enough to do it. I took my fish to the vet once. Yeah, they were suffering from worms. They got parasitic worms, and I took them to the vet, and he gave me this horse tranquilizer stuff. Yeah. And the great story of that is you when you go to the vets, they ask you the name of the animal, and I went, they're fish, they ain't got names, you know, to log them into the computer. I went Goldie and Goldie 2, I don't know, because they registered. I had two fish. Oh, it sounds crazy. I can't remember which ones they were now. Oh God, I've got the names of them. Not the names, they didn't have names, but the species. They were big ones. I will come back to me, I'm having a brain fart. But he gave me this liquid which I give to treat horses for horseworms. And he said you only need to put a little drop of it, just a tiny amount of it, into the aquarium. And we worked out, because I told him the size of it, and he worked out. And he said, you give too much, you're going to kill the whole tank. And I'm like, and I put the requisite amount in, and within minutes all the fish started to shit worms. The worms just fell out of them, all writhing and red, and it was the most disgusting, repugnant thing I'd ever seen. But boy, was it fun. There's a story. This is what I come here for. Stories of fish with worms. There you go. There you go. Munton says, I never said the imposter comment. Well, I don't know which one's which, man. I don't know which one's which. You see, what you need to do, Garrett, is, I don't know, communicate with me privately. I don't know. But then the imposter will do it, and they'll tell me. But there is a way. If you were smart, there's a way that you can tell me that you're not the imposter. You know, there is a way, but you've got to be smart. There is a way that you can, you know, do something to prove that you're the real Munton. But I can't tell you which one it is. Well, look, I don't care which one's. Yeah, I know. Which one's which? We'll never know. Sarah says, Anna's getting old already. Well, she's slowing up a bit. I don't know how old she is, because when we got her they said she was 2, but I think she was older than that. But she's just finding the walks a bit slower, you know. She's just slowing down. She's getting older. She's not as keen. I mean, she's keen to go out, but when we get out it's like, can we stand here for a bit? Can we stand on the street corner? Can I stand on that bit of grass over there? Can we just stand and look at that tree? And I'm like, no, I want to walk. But if she sees another dog or a squirrel or a fox, she's like, can I go and run after that fox? Can I run after that squirrel? Look, there's a dog there. Can I go and run after that dog? So I think it's one of motivation. I think she needs motivating. I think we need a pacemaker. I want to get a second dog, a younger, faster dog that can go up ahead and she'll chase after it. You know, work with Alex, because when my mum got a new dog, Alex was like, oh, and then we got the other dog, and the other dog was a little Yorkie, and used to go like a little rocket, like a little rat on a string, and Alex used to run after him, and that was like pacemaker, and yeah, Alex was knackered, but he lived to 17. Pegasus says, at least they've moved on from me. But have they? Have they really? Munton says, hey Darren, evening everyone. Oh no, there's a third Munton. Oh dear. Cyrus says, Garrett, what if you try reporting the imposter? Exactly. This is it. You can report them. You know, I did it for pain because we had one of the pains in, not the good pain, not the evil pain who ignored you, and he was being spoofed. So I reported him for him. He didn't know how to do it. He's old. He doesn't know. He doesn't know computers. So I reported it for him. He asked me to do it. So. Because that's the sort of guy I am, you know, I help people. But there are ways. I can't tell you, because then they'll start doing it. But use your brain. Oh no, there's a fourth mountain and a fifth mountain. Cyrus asks, how smooth does your head feel? About as smooth as your balls, Cyrus, as smooth as your balls. Look, Munton, I don't care. Munton says, I've been listening to Gabriel's show this week. It's so good. It is. At least you're talking about music, even if you're the fake Munton. I don't care. You deal with it. I'm not playing. I'm just going to let them talk. I'm just going to annoy you, because that's what they want. They want you to get annoyed. And really, you should be clever. There is a clever way of dealing with this. If you're clever, you'll be able to figure it out. Oh dear. For someone who says America is a junk food culture, you mean? Well, there is that. There's that aspect to it, but also there are also a lot of good restaurants that you can go to, which isn't necessarily junk food. And there's also places, you know, there's food trucks and things like. Not I've eaten out of food trucks, but there's lots of food everywhere. And I think you can do it healthily. I think you can go to... There are restaurants and places to eat. It's a very foodie culture. There's lots of food everywhere. Yeah, there's fast food, but there are also a lot of restaurants as well. You know, because whenever I've been away in America, we try to go to different places, and I've always enjoyed it. You know, not gone crazy. Yeah, but the only problem is the portion sizes are a bit big. For a Brit, you know, you ask for a sandwich and it's like as big as your head. It's like, I'm not going to eat all that. I remember in Santa Monica, which my dream is to open a tea room in Santa Monica, and that's where you'll find me. An old English tea room with my kids serving. I make them serve, and we go, all right, governor, we're from old London town, and we'll do it proper, you know, proper like. We'll talk proper London, apples and pears. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. And yeah, we went to this like kind of little restaurant thing in Santa Monica. It was like lunchtime, so I had the sandwich, turkey sandwich. That sounds delicious on a hot day. A turkey sandwich with salad. I will enjoy that. It came out. They deep fried the fucking thing. They deep fried a fucking turkey sandwich. I'm like. The turkey in it was lovely, the salad, everything inside it, but they'd done a fucking Elvis on it and deep fried a fucking sandwich. Who deep fries a fucking sandwich? The Americans do. Maybe I haven't read the menu clearly enough. I don't know. But I could only eat half of the said deep fried sandwich. I was like, oh, this is beyond me, I'm afraid. I was looking for something, you know, moist and refreshing and salady and turkey, but not deep fried. There you go. Munton says, oh, I didn't know the whole time I could just block them myself. Fixed. There you go. John Smythe says, how's the feet been? They're a lot better. I don't know if I've told you, last time I had my feet checked, I could actually feel. I could feel again. She was poking me with the thing. I was like, bloody hell, I can feel it. She said, that's good. You know, there's been an improvement. I don't have to see her like twice a year now. I only have to see her once because, again, I've taken this seriously and I'm very, you know, mindful. To the point of, would you say obsession? This is why I want the testing strips. And this is why it's annoyed me that they won't let me have the testing strips. I'm still diabetic, you know. I'm still on the drugs, but they won't give me the testing strips. Why won't you sign off the testing strips and I make an appointment? Why are you denying me the testing strips? So I have to buy my own testing strips just to see if my bloods are okay. Not that they're, you know, they go. The weird, do you know what the really weird thing is, right? Is my bloods can be low of an evening, and then overnight, the first thing in the morning, I can hit like 8. It's like, wow. Because your body kind of metabolises overnight, and it takes all that stuff and sugarifies them, and it feeds as you sleep. And you can actually have like high blood sugar in the morning without even eating. And I could, and I might not have eaten for like 12 hours. That's weird. That's what my body does, because I've measured it, because I'm like, prick, every finger is pricked and blood squeezed out. I have a great life. So, but it affects me, like I said, I've still got, my fingers are not very, that finger is just, I can't, it's saying stop playing guitar. That's why I bought that. That's why I bought the Mustang. Videos on the other channel. Short scale. I thought getting a short scale, but the radius of the guitar just kind of makes my hand bunch up a certain way, and it's like, oh, my hand hurts. I recorded, cause I'm recording some stuff. Again, you're not interested, but I'm doing this thing, and it was like all acoustic and real 12 string, and the day after, it's like my hands were killing me. This hand was just pain. And I reckon that's to do with it, because it attacks the joints. But I still think I've got a touch of arthritis, because that knuckle joint is still all kind of bent out of, my fingers are all bent anyway. But that comes up and swells up every so often. But they say, oh no, it's the diabetes. That's what the doctor said. And it's like, well then, why is that knuckle joint, a lot fatter than that knuckle joint? You can't. It don't translate too well on camera. But trust me, if you were here, you'd see the difference. I don't think. Can you see the difference? Can you see the difference? Can you? Can you see the difference? That knuckle joint is fatter than that knuckle joint. And can you see how the tip of my finger is going to the, well, I guess it would be your left, my right. Do you see that? And that one isn't. Do you see? Can you see? But then look at that one. That one just bends. My fingers are in a terrible, it's amazing I can even play, guitar badly. That's my excuse. I've got other health things. You don't want to know. I don't want to talk about health. That is health, it's private. But my bowels are fine. My bowels are fantastic. The great thing about diabetes, right, is it's really solided up my bowels. In the past, I had a bit of a nervy tummy. In fact, my nervous system was always on end. I was always a nervous person, lived on my nerves, But now, I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything anymore. No emotion. The diabetes has killed my nervous system to the point where I don't feel anything. It's beautiful. I love it. It's great. I don't get a nervy tummy anymore. I'm the real Munton. I'm the real Munton. Is he still typing things? I don't know. Look, I don't know anything. I'm just enjoying the show. Just imagine there's somebody out there pretending to be you. How cool is that? Yeah, you just blocked him from your view. I can still see him. Again, I'd have to block him, but I don't know. You see, because it's many of them, and they've all spoofed you, I don't know which one's which. Have I bought new equipment? Yeah, I bought, well, it's not new, it was second hand. Oh, I did a video on the other channel. It's a Mustang, and I got it for a very good price. I might keep it, I don't know. It's up on eBay if I can sell it. It's very hard to sell guitars these days, unless you lose a lot of money on them. But it's a lovely bit of wood. It's just this fucking tremolo system is a ball ache. I hate it. It is the most impractical of all the tremolo systems I've seen. Awful. Awful. Yeah. But no, I got it for a good price second hand. So, and I have the plastic on and everything. From a reputable guitar place. Wait, we've got to sneeze. Gonna sneeze. I'll unmute myself this time. Remember to unmute myself. Oh, that was a big sneeze. We've got very high hay fever at the moment. Whew. Not first, just it's probably dust. I probably unsettled the dust. And Mutton said, I didn't even know what imposter meant by thoughts on aquarium. I don't know what aquarium they're referring to. Is there a band called Aquarium? I don't know. I don't look, Garrett. I don't even know if that's you. I don't know. I don't know anything. For science is revisiting some favourite Brit comms to chase away Sometime Blues. Blackadder and 40 Towers are all the best for me. What? Hold it. Wait a minute. What are your favourites? Oh, come on, that's impossible. It's like asking me what's my favourite child. It's Herbie. Everyone knows that. That's just in case Verity's watching. And if Herbie's watching, it's Verity. I like you. I like what you said. I like Blackadder. I like all the sitcoms, but check out Monkey Dust if you can. It's lost media now. They'll never show it again. It was the last great British comedy show. Yeah, I like all them. I like all the comedies, all of them. Steptoe and Son. Steptoe and Son. Yeah, unfortunately, Garrett, I can't help you. I can't help you. That's not the sort of thing I know, because they all look like you. You know what I'm saying? They all look like you, and that's not helping. But it's fun, isn't it? Munton says, one of the many Muntons, because that's the kind of world we live in. One of the many Muntons. Just think, all the viewers in here are imposters, which kind of makes me doing this kind of pointless. Where did all the viewers go? Do you remember when we used to get like 50, 60 viewers? Maybe they were all imposters. Maybe my whole life has been a lie. Martin says, Darren, I meant to tell you last week, I found a pianist on YouTube named Paul Rami who did a medley of 32 Genesis songs called Chamber of 32 Songs. I think you'd like it. No, I wouldn't, because guess what? I'd go and listen to Genesis instead. No, I have zero interest in that shit. Martin says, also the imposter cleverly stuck in a mention of Peter Gabriel's soul to make it look like it was me. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Yeah, I know, he actually left a message on the Young and White video. That was peculiar, wasn't it? Why do you think he abandoned you? Why do you think that was? Now, the funny thing was, is I actually blocked him on here. And I don't know what he'd said on it. Maybe he'd gone Trump or something, I don't know. But I'd actually blocked a pane on here. But it might have been that there was an imposter who said something, and I might have blocked the wrong one. You see, this imposter person may have been doing this for a long time, and I may have been blocking people that were genuine. Unfortunately, I can never know, because, it's all a game, isn't it? It's all a game. But I unblocked him, and then he left a message. Still can't believe Payne would do that. Well, it's a shame, isn't it? Munton says the one where Munton found out he had illegitimate triplets. Or maybe it's all Munton. Maybe it's Munton doing it all himself. Cyrus says, just that you know, I'm the real Cyrus. I don't believe you. I don't believe anything anymore. We'll just have fun. It makes for entertaining viewing. The people come in and go, what the hell is he on about? What's he going on about now, that bald-headed bastard? He's finally lost his mind. It just makes it more entertaining for me, because it gives me something to talk about. So they're doing me a great favour. The really funny thing is they're actually helping me by doing this, because it gives me stuff to talk about. Whereas if they wanted to close me down or whatnot, they'd just not do this and not give me the attention. So I don't know. I don't know what they're hoping to achieve. But it's all fun. And if you're being impersonated, don't take it too seriously. Have fun with it, right? Because what they want you to do is they want you to get upset by it, and they want you to go away and not come back. And whereas you can just have fun with it, Just have fun. Just play it for the game there is, because none of this is real. None of it's real. Munton says, I'm off for dinner. Wasn't expecting this to happen though. Exactly. Well, it always happens. Smiley says, I'm happy to hear the feet are feeling better, man. Any idea on who's the next in the album review series? I don't know. Begins with a P. I'm only going to do 2 of them though, so it's going to be pretty quick. And I'm not going to do I'm not going to do too many of these because one, I don't always like every album that these people, bands put out, so I'm not going to listen to the shit ones. I'm not bored of the shit ones, But some bands, of course, I own all the records, and some bands I don't. Sometimes I'm more selective, or I might have owned their records and sold them all or whatnot, or CDs. But yeah, I will tell you. No, I won't. Scott says, hi Darren, I'm really enjoying the Penguin Cafe Orchestra reviews. I've been listening for ages, but I've been going through my CDs again and loving it. Thanks for the reminder. Well, again, that's another reason for doing this, is it gives you a chance to think, oh God, I haven't listened to that in ages. And I've done the same. I've put them on and I've really enjoyed listening to the old CDs because I bought myself a nice CD player off of eBay and fixed it. You know that story. And I've been getting my old EG CDs out and listening to them, and they sound really good. Better than the vinyl in some cases, I think. Controversial opinion that, but there you go. Martin says, hi Scott, haven't seen you in a long time. Well, who knows? Who knows who's who? Maybe that is the real Scott, maybe it's the real Mutton, nobody knows. So it says, turkey sandwich is my favourite lunch, especially in summer. I would have thought a piece of cheese, if I feel like living dangerously. Yeah, I mean turkey, delicious, but not when it's deep fried. Smiley says, thought you were off to dinner, Mutton? Exactly. Is that the real Mutton? Oh, spooky, isn't it? Taylor says, hi Garrett. No, I haven't tuned in for ages. Been busy watching 6 seasons of Better Call Saul. He's just caught up, Mr. Taylor. He's just caught up. He's going to watch the finale with me, and he's going to tune in and enjoy my thoughtful reviews that nobody watches. It's going to be great. Cyrus says, have to get back to doing my further preparation for my short film. Take care and best luck, everyone. No, same to you. You have fun with your film. Who knows, Smiley? Who knows? Akers says, 27 views and 26 of them are Muntons. It feels like that. There are many, many Muntons. Look, 32 viewers, only 12 likes. So I know there are at least 20 imposters on here because the imposters don't like me. It says 105 views in total. I mean, crikey, But if you're real, don't forget to like this video. Yeah, because if you don't like it, I know you're the imposter. See? Fasano says, a proper English tea room in Santa Monica Pier. Go for it, Darren. I would stop in, but for a Cornish pasty. Well, I can't afford to do it because we're poor as church mice here. Because I'm a loser. I'm a type 2 diabetic loser man who couldn't get a job if his life depended upon it. Because, my white male privilege card is being declined at every opportunity. Hey! Do you remember when women used to say, I took 10 years out of my career to look after my kids and I can't get a job again? Well, that's me, that is. Hey! I have every sympathy for women. Having kids makes you fat and kills your career. Among other things. Scott says, the PCO video links were brilliant too. Well, I've got another one lined up as well. I've gone to the dark side. I wouldn't normally do this thing, but I love the Penguins so much that I think we need to indoctrinate the world. And so I've got to put up, there's another one I'm putting up soon, which is actually Penguin Cafe. It's their first performance from 2009, which I don't think anyone's really seen before, unless you bought the CD I reviewed today, which came with the DVD. But it seems to be limited. I can't even find a reference to it. I'd have to look on horrible Discogs. Yeah, so I must have bought it direct from the website or something, because I can't find reference to it anyway. Oops, excuse me. Manky says, last week I saw a documentary about quantum physics. There was a story about a part that was split and existed in multiple times. Has Munton eaten Schrodinger's cat? Yeah, sounds like it. He's both alive and alive and alive and alive in this chat room. Taylor says, not sure if you've ever mentioned it, but were you a fan of Prince? He's alright, you know, I mean, I like some of his stuff, bits of his stuff, you know. Good stuff, you know. I mean, I admired him as an artist and a musician. I mean, if you'd have given me a free ticket to go and see him, I'd have gone and seen him. You know, but I wouldn't say I'm a fan, but I admired his work ethic, and he was crazy. He was like a good Michael Jackson, wasn't he? Alex says, interesting Discourse picture, Darren. What? Oh, have they been doing with the Discourse again, have they? Well, I don't care, I'm not going on there, man. Is that you? Did you do it? Is it you? You're the one doing it? Shall I just block you now? Yeah. Let's block you now. Oh, well. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Alex Johnston. Bye-bye. Norman says, this could be a new episode of Inside Number 9. Inside Garrett Munton. You've been watching Inside Number 9. It's a good series, isn't it? Though I thought some of it was a little bit, you know. But it's fun. It's like spirit. You've got to have a goodwill, spirit of goodwill in it. Scott says, I look forward to the new Link. I look forward to that Albert Hall concert and couldn't sit anywhere either. Exactly. It's weird because I don't remember buying it. Well, obviously I bought it, but it was 2009, so I was still been at the shop. And when I was at the shop, I was like a little bit busy with stuff, you know. So I obviously bought it, listened to it. I mean, I forgot I even had it in my CD rack. It was like, oh, there you are, you know. And I reacquainted myself with it today. I must have bought it direct from Penguin Cafe, Orchestra, PCL, whatever, because it ain't from Amazon, because I checked my Amazon history and it ain't from there, and I couldn't find any reference to it anywhere. So, bit of a weird one that, but there you go. Chick says, why don't you offer audition for Doctor Who one day? Well, because I'm not gay, and he only employs gay people now, so there you go. I know I'm not an actor, and I wouldn't want to be in Doctor Who anyway. I want to be in Spider-Man. Come on, aim a bit higher. Who wants to star in Doctor Who? Not me. God, Doctor Who's been rubbish for a long time. Munn says, I'm back, the real one. What did I miss? Who knows, Garrett? If it's really you, who knows? What's a woman, indeed? What is a woman? Great documentary. Scott Taylor says, ha-ha, indeed. Formula says, Prince wasn't a nonce. Thumbs up for that, exactly. If you like Michael Jackson, you like nonces. The Norman says, you don't want to end up in Mr. King's file in Ed Masters' office. What, Jonathan King? Another convicted paedophile? And we've got to the end. Hooray! I can stop now. Oh dear. It's a crazy, crazy world we live in, isn't it? But yeah, I'm sure someone's probably fiddled around with the Discourse entry. Don't care. I never put it there. I have no interest in it. I didn't put it there. Do what you want. Discogs is like the Wild West. I'm not affiliated to it. I wanted it removed. They won't remove it. They said, well, we're open source. I said, well, you know you're publishing a libel, aren't you? And I'll have to get the law involved. And their arseholes went... Thing is, so I can't be bothered to keep policing it because, like I said, it's nothing to do with me. I have no interest in it, you know. So do what you want. Do what you want. Put all the filth and disgusting shit you want on there. I don't care. Knock yourself out. It doesn't bother me because it's not affiliated to me. So, you know, you're just trolling. But guess what? It only works if the person cares, and I don't care. Oh, what are you going to do now? Make up more sock accounts? Oh dear. Oh, you can't get to me. You've got to work harder. You've got to use your brain, you know. You've got to use your brain. How can we get to someone who doesn't care. That's the trick, isn't it? That's the trick. Figure it out. Come on, figure it out. Formula says Wacko Jacko. We can still say that, yeah. Remember, Michael Jackson is the basic facts on born black, died white, in the middle he fiddled with kids. Classic song, right? Is this thing on? Says, "Oh, Doctor Who was a woman." Whatever happened there? Well, she was a woman. Again, considering they touted that in the 1980s and wanted Joanna Lumley for the role, and everyone in the 80s went, "That'd be cool," and then everyone grew up to be woke arseholes. You know, sorry, anti-woke arseholes, because there's a woman. All the man babies, there's a woman in Doctor Who. If they'd have done it in the 1980s, no one would have cared, because we were a bit progressive back then, a bit more progressive than we are now. Everyone's really fucking weird, and they don't know what women are. They think, you know, they have probably older sex versus gender. Remember, sex is real, gender's a construct. You know, it's really easy to remember. Oh, Renee says 34 viewers. Where's the time when it's 65? Exactly. Well, you do know that I'm kind of blacklisted by YouTube. The Sex Pistols review would have done a lot better if they hadn't suppressed that as well. I'm getting a bit more traction. I'm getting a bit more traction on that, but that would have blown up if, you know. But I'm like my son's channel. They killed my son's channel, and they're doing mine. This is what YouTube does. They favourite certain channels over others, and it probably extends to the live streams too. You know, or it could be that people don't like me anymore. They just don't like me. I can live with that. I don't care. Fuck you. What do I care? What do I don't. That's the beauty of being me. I don't care. Oh dear. Scott Taylor says, anyone know where I can get a cheap flight to Rwanda? Well, you can't, because it never left the tarmac tonight, I'm afraid. Don't worry. If I do coffee time tomorrow, so yeah, still today, if I do coffee time tomorrow, I will be mentioning it. So there you go. Fasano says, I've been watching the PCO videos, discovered PCO over 20 years, listened to late night college radio. Yeah, it was good, wasn't it? I just, yeah, mine's probably 30 years ago. So, crikey, yeah, it was 30. 89 it was. 89. The planets aligned, and not only was Still Life at the Penguin Cafe on the TV, but the EG Records 89 box set came out with the sampler record, which had a couple of their tracks on, and the BBC show of them playing was on at the same time. All in 1989. It was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful thing, and that's how I became a fan. Scott says, but Jodie Whittaker was so unlikable. That's your opinion. Ackers says, viewers have gone up by 6 since I came along. Well, maybe there are 6 of you. Maybe there are 6 of you. But only 15 likes, which tells me there are 15 imposters. Because, you know, the old faithful, real viewers would give me a like. Because that's the only reason I do this. Is for likes. Because it ain't fucking money. Oh dear. How did we get this far, eh? How did we get this far? Just imagine, I think all of you are imposters. I think it's all the same person. Just sit here talking to myself. Oh dear. Scott says, I got into PCR theory on credits for the film Talk Radio. Yeah, they've been used in lots of films. Napoleon Dynamite, the dance scene in that, they're used in that film. Oh god, so many films have been used in. Pinks is in, he says, how's life? Hope things are going good, if that's really you. Dear mate says, I saw PCO in the Swansea Grand Theatre, supported by Rick Wakeman. Really? That sounds utterly bizarre. Not because it's Rick Wakeman, the Rick Wakeman should be headlining, but it just seems like Rick Wakeman supporting the Penguins just seems like a really strange match, you know. But yeah, sure. Cushion says, watch John Mustang review. I like the sounds, nice fuzz tones near the end. Looks like a guitar used in the Beetle Bum video. Does it? Oh, I have to look that up. Because Coxon tends to use like a Telecaster Deluxe and things like that on a lot of his stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's all right. I don't know. It's all right. It's all right. It's alright, I suppose. Any more for any more? Or should we call it quits? I know Pink says, it's really me. Who else would check out and edit with a peek around some obscure Mike Oldfield singles? Yeah. It was strange bass. Well, that sounds like a really interesting concert experience. When was that? What year was that? Do you remember? You know? Because that'd be really interesting to know. Cushion says, speaking of imposters, have you seen a documentary on the imposter? A few years old now, but it's great. The imposter. Let me look it up. Doesn't ring any bells. The imposter or imposter. Oh yeah, no, I have seen that. Yeah, about the guy who reckons it's a missing. Yeah, yes, I have seen that. Yes, yes, I have. Yes, it was a long time ago because it's 2012. That one. Yes, yes, I have. It's strange, isn't it? It's a strange one. Pink says the lack of sources is a problem. Well, what's the single? 1988. Oh wow, okay. Well, around that time, the Penguins were kind of hitting their stride. They were really, you know, kind of not famous, but they were doing a lot better than they were earlier. So that's interesting. Iz says, whatever happened to Munton? I think he was the real one. Who knows? We'll never know, will we? We'll never know who the real Munton is. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Isn't it good? Look, you got to be flattered, right? To think, you know, look, imagine from my perspective that someone goes to all this trouble every week to do this and, I don't know, mess up my Discord page because they hate me so much. I mean, crikey. Wow, I am honoured, you know, just, sure, great, you know. Boy, I must have done something really bad to them, mustn't I? Gee, I must have reviewed an album they liked in a way that really, you know, unhinged them. You got to laugh, you know. I tell the missus about this, and I tell the kids, and they go, "They're crazy." I go, "Yeah, they are. They're crazy. They're all crazy. Everyone out on the internet is crazy, and they've all got a point to make, and they all want to teach you a lesson. I'm going to teach him a lesson. Why? What have I done wrong? What, reviewed an album that you love in a way that's a bit negative that, you know, you couldn't deal with because you're not an adult, you know, or maybe it was something else. Maybe I killed your cat. I don't know. But boy, it's a bit demented. But hey, so be it. It's the internet. What do we expect? It's full of crazy people, isn't it? Do we care? Indeed, Scott, do we care? I don't. He says we should all rag on him since he's not here. Yeah, go on then. I think you're actually... Wait a minute. I'm going to block you because you're the guy behind this, aren't you? Bye-bye. 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 Seen any good movies lately? Oh, that's a good question. Trying to think. I'm waiting for The Northman to be on rental. I think that's coming soon. I'm looking forward to that one. I can't think. I really can't think. I probably have and I've forgotten it because I'm so stupid. Oh God, was there something I watched the other day? Was there a film? Get the feeling there was a film. Nope. Nope. Nothing's jumping out at me that I can remember. I'm watching Obi-Wan and Ms. Marvel. We watched that with the kids. I quite enjoyed it, though the people that directed it stole. It's a shame Cyrus has gone. Stole the direction style from Edgar Wright. Muchly, you know, if you watch Spaced and Scott Pilgrim, Miss Marvel apes a lot of that style, you know. Cushion says, doesn't Neil Codlin of the Suede play with Penguin Cafe Orchestra? Yeah, you got to watch the you watched the video today. I mentioned it today in the video today, love. Yeah, he has. Everything you just said, I agree with. What's the new art on the wall? Oh, that's because the other one fell off and I can't get it to stick back on. I bought some new tags, but it won't stick on. It's Union Cafe, Penguin Cafe Orchestra. It's just balanced on the signed picture of Lola Bell, the dog from Laurie Anderson, which is signed by Laurie Anderson. And the dog looks a bit like Hannah, and even though it isn't, but it's the Penguin Cafe Orchestra, Union Cafe. Just balanced. Look, it's just balanced there. Look. See? Oh no, I've moved it now. Probably going to fall off. Stay there. Don't move. What about Studio 666? That was weird. Not sure it got made. That's the Foo Fighters one. Didn't like the look of it. And that's the place where the Red Hot Chili Peppers recorded Blood Sugar Sex Magic, isn't it? I recognised it from the trailer. That's where it's Harry Houdini's house, I believe. They say I don't know what I'm talking about. Trust me, I do. What's a massively successful film you've never seen? I've never seen Star Wars or Top Gun. I've never seen Top Gun. Four Winds of a Funeral. Lots of films. They're just not my thing, and not interested in. So loads of films. Cushion says, I'm watching The Teacher. I like a bit of Sheridan Smith as that girl woman next door thing. Yeah, she's alright. She's like Keely Hawes. She's in everything at the moment, isn't she? They've done a remake of The Midwich Cuckoos with Keely Hawes, which I must remember to watch, but it'll probably disappear before I get around to it. The problem is there's too much of everything. And there's choice paralysis, and then you forget to watch things, and then they disappear, and you go, oh, I should have watched that thing. Oh, I know what I watched. It's not a film, but it was the George Carlin documentary, and it's like 3 hours long, and it's just, it's beautiful. George Carlin, loved him, genius, and yeah, totally got the guy, yeah, I watched that. That's it. I knew there was something I'd watched. Renee says, in Rotterdam were many Stones fans waiting for the show. Then the organisation came on the podium and said that Mick fucking Jagger had COVID. Yeah, I'm sure they could have got someone up there. So if they could have got some old man up there to just do it. Do the thing, old man. Brown sugar, why'd you look so good? Hey, I can't get no. Do-do-do, I can't get no. Just do that, get an old man, any old man. Put him up there. And just go on, do the Mick Jagger thing. Go on. No one would have noticed. And says, Obi-Wan is naff. Truly naff. Try watching it with a couple of kids. Kids enjoy it. I'm there for the kids, man. I mean, I'm there for the kids, and that's why we watch it. For the kids, not for old farts. Cushion says, note to self, watch the Penguins review videos, yeah? Garrett says, back from dinner. Did any other weird stuff happen? Who knows? Who knows, Garrett? Who knows? Scott says, I'm afraid I gave up on Severance. Yeah, I can understand why. But it's a shame because the last episode is really, really fucking good. If you want to do it, watch the last 2 episodes, or at least watch half of the penultimate episode and the last episode, because it's some of the best TV ever done. You know, it's one of the biggest what do you call it? It's not a cliffhanger, because some of the stuff is resolved. Isn't a cliff. It's like a cliffhanger for an hour, but it isn't, because it is a cliff. There is bits of, because some bits are resolved, but then you know what I'm saying. You know. Munton says, how well known and received are Seals and Crofts in the UK? Just wondering anything about Jim Seals passing. I don't even know what you're talking about. I saw an article about that and I'm like, ah. Munton says, has there been any fakes in there? Yes, there's been loads of fakes. Martin says, I was supposed to see Ringo Starr and then Steve Lukather and Edgar Winter. And they test positive. I've been waiting 2 years for this. Yeah, because COVID's still out there. They should just play the show. It doesn't. You're not going to die. No one's going to die. Why did this thing on get blocked? Are you the imposter as well? Scott says, okay, I'll do that for sure. Oh yeah, I mean, just do that. But last episode is really fucking cool, right? And I understand why you gave up on it, because I nearly did. And it's just because I've got no life. And they were dropping them on a Friday, so I was just kind of watching them on a Friday. If you try and binge it, you know, I was at the beginning, so they was like dropping an episode every week. And it was like, oh, I'll give it another go. And so it was a lot easier to digest. It was like, oh, I'll give it another go. And then I got into it. But it took me like 2 or 3 episodes for me to really kind of get it. I think the pacing's off. I think they could have done it, cut 2 episodes and tightened it up a bit, and I think it would have been a much better show. But all these shows just over expand everything. There isn't one show that I think truly justifies the length. I'm looking at you, Better Call Saul. I'm looking at you. I think the whole of Series 5 was a waste of time. Controversial opinion. Can I recommend you an album by Rothko? Yeah, of course I did. Of course I can. I didn't ask that. Of course you didn't. Cushion says, Seals and Cross wrote Summer Breeze, like covered by Eiley Brothers. Yeah, I know the Eiley Brothers. I know their version. But Seals and Croft, you know. The only Croft I know is Jimmy Croft. Isn't it? Jimmy Croft? Perry and Croft? Anyway, Munton says, I can see what they're saying, but it wasn't me. Well, I don't know who are you. I don't know who you are. Taylor says, I watched 4 episodes. Not a lot was happening. Yeah, but that's the whole point of it. It's like going to work. It's a bit meta. It's a bit subtle, you know, because it wants to grind you down. It grinds you down with the total mundane experience of going to work. It feels like going to work. You know, you kind of join them in this thing, and then it starts to add little bits. There are little bits of the mystery that you're given. Anyone who's watching Severance, I'll tell you now, his wife isn't dead. She's working at the company. There you go. And so there's lots of this stuff that's buried in there and isn't revealed until further into the show. And when they do reveal, you go, oh my God, it's like a sledgehammer. It's like real, and that's how they do it. You know, I don't want to spoil it, but it's just to explain how they've paced it. And they paced it so that those beats, those dramatic moments really hit, because you're thinking, oh, nothing's really happening, and then you go, wait a minute, that's his wife, but she's, you know, because they're toying with the audience. It's Munton says, wait, there's another imposter. I guess my blocking didn't work. Well, who knows, Munton, who knows. And it says Stranger Things 4. I really enjoyed the last step, really rollout. I don't know, and not watching it, so there you go. And don't spoil it. Don't spoil it, because people might be watching. There might be people watching. So I'm not going to read your comment. Jimmy says, any thoughts on which streaming platform offers the best bang for the buck? None of them. Well, Netflix definitely not, because they've put their prices up, and I will be leaving Netflix as soon as Better Call Saul's finished, and I will never be returning because they want something like $15.99 a month, which is frankly obscene. And you can get that price down to, I can't remember, is it like, I don't know what the pricing structure is now, but I know you can significantly reduce it if you don't have 4K streaming or HD streaming. So you just have the SD version, which is great if you're watching it on your phone, but I like watching telly on my big telly. So Netflix is gone. It's too much on there anyway. I like Now TV because you get a good mix of stuff, and there's a lot of music documentaries and gigs and stuff on there. So, and it's Sky, you know, so I kind of like that one, and that one's relatively cheap. It depends. If you want movies, it's an extra tenner or whatever it is. I don't know all the prices, but that's good if you just want like general, you know, popular stuff. Like they showed Peacemaker and stuff, you know, stuff like that on Sky Atlantic. They show a lot of HBO stuff on there. That's where I saw the George Carlin documentary. So anything from HBO goes on there. I think AMC as well. they're saying that AMC also goes on Netflix because that's where Better Call Saul is. Though Breaking Bad used to be on. Did it used to be on? It used to be on Now TV, but then it went to Netflix, I believe. God, yeah. But anyway, Netflix is too much. Disney's all right. They're putting a lot of stuff on there. You know, we got it because Herb's a big fan of The Simpsons, and he just watches Simpsons all the time. And they haven't got all the DVDs released, and he's just Simpson crazy. So it's more for him than anything else. But they've got all the Star Wars stuff, and they're putting out regular shows, and that's good. Apple TV Plus is a bit anemic, but it's got Ted Lasso. And when the final season of Ted Lasso drops, and maybe Severance, I might stop that one. But, you know, we don't go anywhere. I don't do anything. And the streaming services are probably too many of them, you know. Scott Taylor says, The Boys is great. Oh, yeah, been enjoying that. Been enjoying The Boys season 3. And it's not a spoiler, it's known. I don't know, I've not been watching it. You spoiled it for me. How comes I'm not watching Stranger Things? Because the episodes are an hour and a half long. And that's like watching 2 episodes is like watching like 2 movies. I don't. It's just too long. I don't really want to spend an hour and a half just watching the same thing. It's season 3 was bad enough, you know. I don't really, you know. I don't know. I'm not that enamoured with it, you know. I wouldn't say I'm a great fan of it anyway. It was all right. I like the 80s thing that they did, but I think the momentum was a bit lost with the COVID and everything, and it should have come out a few years back rather than now. Like I said, I'm just not interested. I'm not interested. G-Man says Netflix package is $6.99. Right. Well, then that's good value, I think. I think that's good value if you don't mind everything looking fuzzy. Scott says, I say Amazon is the best. Yeah, well, I get Amazon as part of my Amazon Prime thing, because I use Amazon a lot for deliveries. And that's good because The Boys is on that, and there's films. There's a lot of stuff on there. I'm sure there was something I watched on Amazon the other day. Again, I watched a lot of stuff and I forget what I've watched. But yeah, they have stuff on there. Munton says, besides President of the United States of America, would you probably said be good for album review? Not really, because I wouldn't say I'm a fan. Peter says, I've just realised you've shaved your head. Oh, fuck me, man. Is that it? You look streamlined, even more streamlined. Like, I've always shaved my head. I've just gone closer. Because, you know, I didn't like the grey. I'm very vain. But yeah. It might come back in the winter. You never know. Norman says, oh, yeah, well, that is a problem. Don't buy Chinese shoes. Pegasus says, how's your groove been? I don't know, Pegasus. I honestly don't know. Because there's loads of fake people. I don't even know if you're real. And frankly, you know, who knows? It's all got weird, and there's only 25 people watching, so, you know. That'll be the souls, exactly. That would be the souls. Munton says, the name of this stream is about either saying shaving your head or war on duplicate bots, I'm guessing. Dunno. Could be about being streamlined. The one where I was streamlined. There you go. I think that'll be the thing. What I think about XTC, couldn't give a fuck about them. Ever since Andy Partridge became a Holocaust denier, fuck them all to Hades. So that's it. One of the most overrated bands in the world. Never done a consistently interesting album. They did a song that was popular on American college radio because, oh, he's having a go at God. But everybody knows the best song they did was Making Plans for Nigel. Everybody knows that. But yeah, really, XTC a load of crap. There you go, I've said it now. For people who think that they like music and they really don't. I imagine you probably listen to Talk as well and rave about them. Oh dear. Just wankers. Apply for many more jobs. You missed it. I've already talked about that. The Muntonator, yeah. Well, it can be all sorts of things. Can be all sorts of things. But it's good, you know, keeps them busy, doesn't it? Keeps them busy, keeps them off the streets. Or, you know, when they're not vandalising my Discord page, go and have a look at it. Have a laugh. Go and have a laugh. Oh no one goes to Swindon. Rennie says, I'm going, Darren, tired. Thanks for the chat. Well, I'm glad you've enjoyed it. And at least we know you're real. Munton says, do you know who might be doing this? A specific name? Well, I wouldn't tell you anyway, because I don't know if you're the real Garrett Munton, do I? Because this is just another ruse. Oh, does he really know who I am? Oh, does he, you know, I'm not going to tell you what I know. Come on, that would be stupid, wouldn't it? I'm not going to tell you what I know, you know, because it's all a game. It's all a game. And even if I don't know, does it matter? And even if I do know, does it matter? Can I stop them? No, they're not going to stop. So it's all irrelevant. All we got to do is just enjoy it. Enjoy it for the fun it is. Are you not enjoying this? You know, go and enjoy. Look, go at my Discogs page. Go and look it up and have a look at that and have a laugh at what they've done to my Discogs page, because that's funny too. It's all funny. You know, because I'm a bad person. You know I'm a bad person. That's why you come here every week, to look at the bad person. Look at the bad person. Because I'm a bad guy. You know that. I'm such an evil son of a bitch. You know, that this person needs to do this every week, you know. They think it bothers me. It doesn't. I don't. It only bothers other people. And again, that's what they want to do. They want to upset people and say you won't come here and da-da-da-da. But hey, I say let them have their fun. Let them have their fun. You see, problem is, Garrett, if you're real, or anyone else who's being impersonated, is you've got to have fun with it. And you're not having fun with it. You've got to kind of, you know, play with it, play with them, you know, and you're not. You know, oh, there's an imposter. Ignore them, you know. They're not here. If you all ignore them, then it doesn't count for anything. Scott asks, have I reviewed any Faust albums? Yeah, they're shit too. Munton says, it's got to be someone that you knew before or something. Who knows? Could be anyone. Could be anyone, couldn't it? Early Faust is great. Oh, you're the fake Munton. Akka says, did you see George Ezra strumming his Guitar and Jubilee concert with no sound coming out of the speakers? I saw it, but I probably wasn't really paying any attention. I think we were talking because we was all watching it, you know, as a family, and when we get together we talk about shit. So he was probably on and we was probably going, what the fuck is this? George Ezra, what's that? Who? So I really wasn't paying that much attention. Grant says, looking young with your new shave. I think Chris Spedding did a lot of guitar work for Pistols. No, that's a myth. It's a myth. Steve Jones did all the guitars. Spedding did a little bit on some of the demos that they did, but when it came to the final recordings, a lot of it is Jones double tracked, you know. So it's one of those urban myths just to kind of discredit the band and Jones's guitar playing. I won't have it. Won't have it. Martin's going to look at the Discogs page. Go on. Cushion says, you know, you've made it when people take time to make up stuff about you online. It's been happening for years. It's been happening for a long time. Like I said, and there was that guy that used to like posting doctored pornographic pictures of me on the internet. That was nice, you know. I've got kids. They can find it, you know. They can find this stuff, but I don't care about that because these people are twisted, you know. And all because I review albums. Weird, isn't it? Isn't it? I think that guy's beef with me was because I stopped reviewing that band. And it's like, yeah, yeah. but completely demented. That guy was just that was a complete fruitcake, you know, operating out the library, posting, you know, hundreds of posts a day, you know, pornographic shit, harassing, you know, a teenage girl, posting her head onto pornography. That's the level of these people. They're seriously mentally disturbed. You see it and you just go, fucking hell, you know, these people are out there. They're out there, and the internet allows them to, you know, breathe, you know. So you just got to, you know, roll with it, because it's going to happen to you. If it happens to me, I'm no one. Can you imagine what it's like for the famous people, for the people that actually have made a career on YouTube? You know, it must be impossible for them. I'm nobody, and still got a weirdo doing all this, you know, but luckily it doesn't affect me. Bring it on. Bring it on, you know. Get up the screen and have a look. No, I can't, because what they've put up is probably racial slurs and that, and I could get my... This is why they want me to do it, you know, and because if I push this stuff out on my channel could get blocked and everything, so I'm not even going to go there. You look at it. Enjoy it in your own time. I'm not even going to go there. I have zero interest. It's not affiliated to me. I never put any of that information up. It's nothing to do with me. So Discogs is just the Wild West. It's almost impossible to find a genuine dealer on there. Out of the 3 times I tried to buy anything off of Discogs, I've only had 1 success rate. The other 2 either didn't have the stuff in or didn't send me the stuff, and I had to do PayPal appeals. So Discogs, it's a load of shit. Right, and when I did have a problem last time, I went onto their forums and I got a load of fucking know-it-all grief from the forum moderator when I asked for genuine help. It must be because of your political views. It's like, wow. Oh, you think I'm a Trump fan and so you won't help me. That's the level of these people. Not that, oh fuck, there's somebody out there that's created all manner of libels about me on your website, which you've published and makes you legally responsible for. And when I finally got an email back from the people that run Discogs, boy were they apologetic, you know. But hey, what's the point? It's the Wild West. Yeehaw, yeehaw. I can't even edit my entries on my thing. I can't delete anything because the moderators come and go, you can't take responsibility for your own page. I'm the fucking artist. It's like, oh no, we want it to be an open platform. Yeah, well then it's always going to be exploited, so I don't care. The information's incorrect, you know, couldn't give a monkeys. So let it happen. You know, doesn't bother me. Scott says, who is doing this synthetic type of alpha beta psychedelic funkin'? Who knows? Martin says, am I supposed to ignore them? I'm just trying to have a good time. Well, just ignore them, you know. Look, Garrett, there is a way. There's always a way of fixing this. You know, there's always a way. But I want the chat to be open so people can be a part of it, because I don't see why I should lock down the chat. You know, I'm not going to encourage. We won't encourage like passing strangers in. I want it to be inclusive. You know, not woke inclusive. I don't want none of those weird people in here. You know, don't want any of the rainbow people in. I only want the normal people in. You know what I'm saying? No, I mean, you know, I don't really care. So I've got to, you know, if you lock it down, then they've won. Leave it open. Just have fun with it, you know. Or don't come back. You know. I can't care about it because that's what they want me to do. They want me to waste my time dealing with this, and I refuse to engage with it. You know. So I'm sorry. So it'll just be me sitting here soon, and no one. I'll just like the chat, and I'll just sit here and burble around for an hour and a half every week. You know, I can do that. I can do that easily. Munton says we've never had this problem until this year. Are you sure about that? I'm so upset. Are you? Is it really you? First pain and now this. Who knows? I can't believe it. I can't believe it's not butter. Really? Munton says it's not anyone associated from D. Jim, is it? I don't know. Maybe. Could be Sid Smith. Who knows? Could be the ginger pig himself. Who knows? I don't care. You know? I doubt it because I imagine that he has a life. This is somebody without a life. This is somebody who is desperate for my attention for whatever reason. And I won't give it to him. So there you go. You know? It's fun. Christian says, QAnon followers are the big fans of that band. Are they? Really? Oh dear. Grantman says, some people who I'm already friends with Facebook send me friend requests, rise of imposters, now believe you don't. Well, exactly, there's a lot of imposters on Facebook. I don't even accept friends requests. You know, there's no point. I don't want to be friends with anyone on Facebook. I just use Facebook to annoy people on the Guardian page and the LBC page and Daily Mail page. I just annoy people. I make people laugh. Depends what mood I'm in. Do I have any experiences of prog archives? What about review? Oh, yeah, but look, they've done it on Amazon as well. You know, the negative reviews. Like I care. Oh, I'm so upset. Like I give a fuck. Oh, do you think I do any of this and give a fuck about it? I'm 51 years old, right? Do you think I worry about this? I worry about my health. I worry about my kids, you know. I worry about real things. This isn't real. This is just the internet, you know. None of this is real. I'm not real, you know. If you like me and you like having a bit of fun, then we come here. If you don't like me, go away, you know. Or if you want to try and, I don't know, get into my head, do this. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. I find it amusing. You know, I've got something going on Facebook that I'm not going to tell you about. This is a secret. But I've got something that I'm doing on there that's I'm going to reveal, you know, because I want to show the level of derangement that there is on the internet. It's a project I'm working on. It's very good. It's a very good project. When's the next prog review? There won't be. Christian says Chewbacca was the first of these wokies. Exactly, he's a wokie. Munton says the comment sections for every video I played earlier today were down. Turns out it wasn't just me. There was some kind of problem for everyone. Did you see that earlier? I was probably when I was having dinner. I don't know. Christian says there's a fake donut band tour in America. You should go and see him. He's really good. He's really good, and the tickets are really good value. And if you're lucky, he might even sign your cock if you get it out. Munton says, I remember a couple of nobodies had made a mockery video from me a few years ago. One of them was called Fox Pixar Media. Do you remember that? No, I don't remember him at all. No, I don't know him. There was a couple of them, weren't there? Probably all the same person. Yeah, all a bit. Yeah. But no, I've never heard of Fox Pixar Media. Grantman says, have a great summer. Grant from Canada. Well, I know who you are. I know Grant's real, because Grant's got the little token. So I know Grant's all right. So you're right, Grant. Thanks for the support. Always gratefully received. Anyone who wants to support me on here, you can join and be a member and get the little icon. And that way, I know you're not fakey fake. Oh boy. You also found out about an author with the same name as me. Oh wow, that's great. Cushion says, I'm not out to be a troll. Too much of a conscience, damn it. Well, I was trolling at the very beginning on news groups. Those were the good. But it was silly trolling. You know, you go onto Genesis forums and go, yeah, that Bill Collins, he's a really good guitarist, and watch them just lose their minds. Get all the names wrong. Get all the album titles wrong. Get the years they were released on. Get specific details wrong. That was my trolling area. And just go in and say I'm a really big fan and just get all the details wrong. And, oh, God, they would lose their marbles. Nothing like wicked, nothing, you know, not like this nonsense. It was just silly shit, you know. And build it up to make a big joke, turn it into a big joke. And then people go, oh, I've seen what you've done. And it'd be funny, and then people would laugh at the end of it. That's the original trolling. That's what trolling used to be like before it got wicked and nasty. Or just plain deranged like this, you know. But hey, it gives me something to talk about, so, you know. There's no such thing as bad publicity. The only thing worse than being talked about is being not talked about. Oscar Wilde, remember that? Munton says, if you had the ability to have all social media shut down in the UK permanently, do you think it would be a good idea? Not just the UK, the entire world. If I had a button, I'd push it right now. I'll push it right now. Destroy social media. It's the cancer. It's destroying the world. It's destroying people's ability to think. It's destroying people's ability to question. It's destroying people's ability to empathise. It is turning people into shallow, awful human beings. I come on here to show that I am a human being, that I'm real. You know, I come on here to engage with people who might be lonely or feeling a little bit sad, and just to try and cheer them up. That's why I'm here every Tuesday. And I know people have come on here and said, Darren, you've helped me when I've been feeling down, I've been ill, or someone's passed, and you've come on and you've cheered me up. And that heartens me greatly. And if this imposter wants to do this, fine, I don't care. I'm not going to stop. I can't stop. I refuse to stop. You know, so that's not why I'm here. I don't do it for money, because I don't make money doing this. I do it because it's something to do. I've been doing it for a long time. I enjoy it. It's funny. I enjoy being an idiot for an hour and a half on a Tuesday. It lets me off steam. I don't drink anymore. I don't take drugs. I don't womanise. So I've got to have some adrenaline rush. And sometimes the adrenaline kicks in. Though, of course, I don't feel anything anymore. I don't feel any emotions because my nervous system's completely dead. But yeah, I'd press the button and I'd get rid of all social media because it is a poison. It's not... When I first got involved in the internet back in, I don't know, 95, 96-ish, I thought it'd be a wonderful thing. I thought it would bring people around the world together. In some ways it has, but it's also brought the worst out in humanity. And a lot of what we see now, the virtue signalling, because people want to be seen as good. They live shallow, unfulfilled lives, so they want to out virtue the next person. They want to lose people their jobs because they don't agree with them politically or on certain social issues. It's a wickedness that we have now. You know, they want to report people or get people's YouTube channels taken down or whatever it is because of reasons, insert reason here. And it's not a healthy way to be. And we're heading towards a massive mental health crisis, I think. I think in the next 10 years we're going to see a massive mental health crisis happen, because I think we're heading to the first real generation that hasn't been without social media, and their real lives and their social media lives are going to smash into each other. And boy, are they in for a disappointment, because real life doesn't work like social media, and you have to empathise with people, and you have to get on with people that necessarily don't have the same views as you. You know, you can't live in a bubble. You cannot live, you know, and that was one of the good things, you know, in the old days when you used to go to the pub and people have different political opinions, and you'd sit around, get drunk, disagree, and then come out at the end of the night friends. No one does that anymore. No one does that anymore, because everybody wants to be in the same echo chamber, and that's not healthy. And there will never be any political progression if we're all separate. Yeah, and that's the problem. And it's really bad for the kids too. Peter says, I thought Joan Collins was in Genesis. She was. Ackers says, amazing how many lose it on here when I say Dickie Davis was Steve Davis's uncle on the Stinkerfeds. I love it. I love that one. Martin says, Echo, it's my favourite of your albums. Absolutely. Our live streams from the old channel archive somewhere. No. There's some on Facebook, I believe. But, you know, this is all ephemera. It's not real. Don't worry about it. It doesn't, you know, it comes, it goes. YouTube that person who hates me could get me taken down tomorrow and it'll all be gone. And would you cry over it? No. You'd find somebody else to support. You'd find somebody else to, you know, and I'd find other things to do. There's that book I'm going to write, you know, not that book. I've got another book I want to write. So, you know, I do other things. There's lots of things I do. And guess what? They hate everything I do. They hate everything I do. They won't be happy till I'm dead. That's nice, isn't it? That's nice, little old me. And then they'll just trash everything I've done. They'll try and find a way to hack everything and trash everything I've done because they hate me. I'm an inspiration. I'm inspirational. You can't take that power away from me, man. I'm so inspirational. Martin says, I agree. I think that in the US social media should be absolutely no more, with the exception of YouTube. And even if it is annoying, either society will collapse or learn to have real interactions again. Well, YouTube, I don't really see YouTube as social media because, again, the comment section is largely irrelevant because it's people like, I had a great comment tonight. Oh boy, people are just so fucking stupid. You just won't believe how stupid they are. Right, get this. Let me pull it up if I can find it. Comments. Come on, comment section. Here we go. Rick Garvin on my remixes of Roxy Music. This is the first album. Prog Review 713. Rick Garvin empties his brain onto the page and says, I bought this album recently, but I haven't listened to it because I lack a turntable. So I thought I'd watch this review. Why did I waste my time? His repetition of the word repetition drove me up the wall. I replied, and yet you buy a record and don't own a record player. What a wally. That's the level of discourse on the YouTube comment section. You have people buying records who don't own record players. What next? Buying VHS tapes without owning a VHS player? Possibly. You cannot escape the stupid on social media. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. You know? Everywhere. Excellent. Sanford, meanwhile, Sanford's clever. He actually posted me a link, a list of all the black artists who are playing Glastonbury, because I'm a bit ignorant of it. And there's some good. There's Les Amazons d'Africa playing. Ziggy Marley, fantastic. And he reckons that Diana Ross is playing as well. Excellent. She was good at the Platinum Jubilee thing. Munton says, I hate social media even though I use it every day. I just use it to annoy people because I'm an annoying cunt. Munton says, somewhere I see YouTube as social media, sometimes not. Maybe it was ministry for videos like it was in 2005. Not the great corporation. Also a new CEO. Grant says, one of the last honest YouTubers, me. Oh, you honour me. I do my best. Munton says, if you decide to delete this channel at some point, would you still keep the music channel up? Well, I have to. Well, of course. Duh. Because that's the real me. That's the important stuff. So if you want to hurt me, troll, get that one closed down. Because that would really upset me. I'm just trying to deflect him. I'm trying to confuse him, get inside his head. No, but that is kind of linked to my music stuff. So, you know, it's kind of just there. So, you know, the music is different from this, and that's why it's got its own channel. So, yeah. Cushion says, some of the worst comments I've ever seen have been on YouTube. Nasty people out there. Most of them have been directed at me. Don't worry, we've got a Porcupine Tree album coming at the end of the month. It's going to be great. I'm going to make so many new friends. I can't wait for it. I can't wait for all those new friends. Grant says, you do have a musical and media talent, I think. Will you honour me? Well, I am a trained journalist. I am a member, or you used to be a member of Her Majesty's Press. You know, I'm a published writer in magazines and TV and stuff. You know, and the interwebs. I used to be. They can't find me stuff now because everything got deleted because magazines closed down and stuff. But you know, I'm actually trained. I'm not like some of these other people, ginger pig, who don't have any formal training. I'm the genuine article. You know, I got a degree in media and everything. And Sean says, hey Darren, hope you and the family well. We are, thank you. Very kind of you for asking. We're doing tickety-boo. Herbie made some wonderful fairy cakes today and got 2 achievement points at school. He's doing brilliantly. And Very got achievement point 2 for, was it drama? I think it was drama. Yeah, so the kids are doing excellently at school. You know, I'm doing all right. Mrs. is doing all right. She's working from home now all the time, so I get to bother her all the time. She bothers me all the time, so it's good because we get to spend more time together. And like I say, we go out walking at lunch times and that, and you know, it's good. Might even go to the pub on Friday because it's Father's Day on Sunday. And the missus said, do you want to go to the pub on Friday? I could take Friday off and go to the pub. I said, weather's going to be nice. We could, couldn't we? We could. G-Man said, I saw a tweet from Well-Known Music Journal today. The weekend Glastonbury is on. The act's due to play London shows that weekend is far more impressive lineup than the world's biggest festival itself. Cushion says, Darren wrote for the Daily Sport. God, I wish. I'd love to have written for the Daily Sport. I did write for a pornographic magazine once. I think it's called something like XNet, and I wrote about the history of naturism. It was a very serious piece, actually, and they paid me very well. And I remember when I was on holiday, finding a copy of it on holiday, and with my copy in, and I bought it, and it was a bit embarrassing because it was an upmarket porno mag though. It was about the internet and porn. It was called, I think it's called XNet. It was one of the first. I think it was the only. I wish I don't know if I've got it in the loft. I might still have it because I used to keep all my cuttings. But it was a history of naturism. There you go. I don't know how I got that gig. I can't even remember how I got that one. But yeah, I've written for all sorts of things. Mainly computer magazines and computer music magazines back in the day. But yeah. But then I worked for Teletext as well. Worked for Dennis Publishing, IPC Media. Done it all, mate. Done it all. Done it all. Martin says, do you ever enjoy the Move 7 times? No. Anne says, what's your tip at the pub? Don't know. These days it'd probably be a cider, I'd imagine. But I don't drink, so it's very rare for me to drink. At home, it might be a rum and Pepsi, but it'll be a diet Pepsi, because I've got quite a few cans of Pepsi Max or whatever it's called, if I ever fancy one. But I do like a lemonade. I'm going to miss the lemonade. And that, I think, folks, is the end. We'll end on that. Thank you, especially for the troll who's entertained me greatly tonight. Please work a bit harder and write more stuff on the Discord page, please, because, it's fun. Makes me laugh. Not I'm ever going to see it, because I ain't going back there. Hey, do your worst. It doesn't matter. And what you need to do is you need to figure out all my passwords, right, and hack all my sites, my website and my music.darrenlott.com. If you can hack my Bandcamp page, that's where you need to. See, you're not thinking straight. You're just doing Discogs. Discogs is, it's not even real. It's not even real, man. So Bite Swissy, he's in my pocket, mate. He's still here. And that's that. Thank you for watching. There's only one more thing left to say, and by now you know what that is, and that is, if you can't be good, be safe, but more importantly, don't tell your mother. Ta-da!